Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and in this video, we're going to be going on a little bit of an adventure with our custom-built Ford F450 and a custom-built Can-Am Renegade. Now, a couple of things to get out of the way in the beginning of this video here. Dude, that sun is, like, absolutely gorgeous coming through the trees right there this morning. But, like I said before, a couple things to get out of the way right out of the gate. This F450, you can find more information about it in YaBuddy's Discord in the description down below. And also, as you can see, that it is branded. It is a PC-only vehicle. Same with that particular Renegade. Now, let's go ahead and fire it up. Well, before we fire it up, let me go through what I've done to this thing to prepare it for this adventure, because the Renegade is basically stock. Now, you might be asking yourselves, why is this thing leaning so far back? Well, I gotta tell you, that Renegade is hefty. It is absolutely, like, it's a properly hefty rig, actually. So what we've done in order to set this thing up to be able to haul the weight is we have an active toe suspension, and we also have a front weight installed. Now, you might be thinking to yourselves, well, but it's still leaning back. Well, that was the best we could do with the particular set of upgrades that we had. And I gotta tell you, like, when I'm driving it, it doesn't try to pull the front axle off the ground or anything like that, at least not on flat ground. So thankfully, that's the case. And also, these American Force wheels are also, like, we've got a full dually setup on it. They're wrapped in Toyo RTs, and, I mean, the suspension on this thing is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Now, let's fire it up, and you guys will be able to see what we did with the lights. The lights are LED purple to match the purple on, or at least get as close as I could to the purple on this custom Can-Am Renegade. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and set off, and we're gonna make our way down to some interesting, like, ATV slash side-by-side trails, and they don't necessarily have to be dedicated side-by-side or ATV trails, but I feel like the trails that we're heading to are gonna do a pretty good job of applying to our particular setup here. Sometimes it helps if you take the handbrake off. Oh my god, I love the like, cement grayish color that we went with on this thing. I think it really suits the idea of the build that I had in mind. I love driving it, though, like, and even when you're fully, like, loaded down, it drives really, really well with this active toe suspension, especially when you add the extra weight into the mix. And look how it can still take bumps and undulations in the terrain without getting, you know, super upset about it, as long as you don't go insanely fast. Now, the nice thing about it as well is that it does level out a good bit when you start driving, so, you know, if you were worried about it sitting too far back, when you start driving, a lot of that goes away. Now, let's see if up, like, a small hill like this, if it can keep the front axle on the ground under power. Actually, it does a really good job of keeping the front axle on the ground under power. The front end looks incredible with those LEDs. Like, the purple LEDs, oh my god. And then when you turn the actual headlights on, they are purple as well. Come on, there you go. It was a little bit sketched out by that start, and I think it's because I've just got so much weight in the thing right now. I mean, it really is weighted down to a massive, massive level. Now, we're going to head back towards the racetrack, but the reason we're going to head back towards the racetrack is because some of these trails can only be accessed from that particular area. Now, it seems as though the Can-Am is freaking out a bit. Let's go ahead and unpack it and then repack it real quick. Oh, you don't want to be repacked, huh? Do you want to be repacked now? No? What the heck is up with the Can-Am? Why is it mad? The Can-Am is mad, and I don't know why. I moved the steering around just a little bit. Now it can pack again. Okay, packing physics tend to be weird sometimes, especially with truck beds. That is in no way, shape, or form the fault of this truck here. It's just one of those odd things that the game tends to do sometimes. But like I said before, we're trying to have as realistic of an adventure as we possibly can. And certain things like that, sure, they can break the immersion a little bit, but they're definitely not like actual game-breaking or adventure-breaking. Kind of ease our way back through here. God, I love watching that suspension cycle through, you know what I mean? Like, whether you're running this thing flat out in kind of like a chase truck style build, or if you're just like, you know, kind of slowly moving along a trail like this with a little bit of a load in the back of the truck, it's still gonna work really well either way. That Can-Am is still, like, the rear wheels especially are bending and stretching, and I feel like they are really not supposed to do that. I really feel like they're not supposed to do that. Again, no fault of the Can-Am or this truck. I think it's just something, like, internal in the code of the game that really freaks out when you try to load something into the bed of a vehicle like this. Now, we could unload right here, but oh my god. By the way, dude, this thing looks so good. Like, with this backdrop, I love that, like, cement gray / blue paint job with like, especially with the purple LED headlights. Like, the LED headlights are just so next level to me. So next level. Now, there are some trails down through here that are really windy and switchbacky, but I kind of want to... Ooh, we should head up there. Dude, we should totally head up there and find a good place to drop the four-wheeler off. Now, the cool thing about this as well is the fact that the truck is not out of its element going on trails like this. And, like, I could literally, you know, drive this thing up to where I wanted to unload the four-wheeler, and I don't think it would be a problem. Although that section right there might be a problem, so we're going to go up here without trying to roll over. Or, well, while trying to not roll over. Let's see what we can do on this one. This is definitely quite the test for something like this. Oh, this is muddy as well. Okay, we may have bitten off more than we could chew with this one, and that might be a trail for the four-wheeler. Let's get you unloaded because, yeah, I think I'm definitely a little bit out of this thing's element at the moment. All right, don't slow down too fast because I also don't want to, like, rocket launch the four-wheeler out of the back. All right, let's make our way up this very smooth hill. Nice and easy. Yeah, that's more the speed I'm looking for. All right, now this should actually be a really good place to get you unloaded. There we go. Well, it's not perfect, but I doubt I'm going to find a perfectly, like, 90-degree hill to unload this thing on, so I feel like it's going to be one of those where we're going to have to take what we can get in terms of unloading spots, but let's make our way back down. I think we might actually be better off in the parking lot, but, well, I say parking lot. The staging area for the track. The staging area for the track is probably a better place to get this thing unloaded because that's probably where we're going to come closest to finding a good unloading and reloading area. All right, let's see what we can find down here. Now, I think, there should be something that's, well, actually, we'll back up to that hill. Yep, that's perfect. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. Let's back up to that hill, and that should do very, very nicely. Very nicely. Easy. Oh, God, we buried the tailgate. Okay. Trying to not bury the tailgate. All right, let's get you unpacked. Stop. Change. Fire up the Can-Am. Let's see how it does backing out of this thing. It's a little bit tricky because it has to back up over the shock towers, so you might want to position yourself a little bit close to a certain, like, you know, strong winch point. But, man, even once it's unloaded, I mean, God, look at these two together. Like, these two side by side, oh, man, that looks so good. That looks so freaking sick. I love that. All right, so now that we're in the Can-Am, we're going to head to probably some of the trails. Actually, no. Before we do that, I want to see how this thing manages on that hill climb. Let's head on over there. God, those snorkels are massive. Absolutely huge. All right, there's the hill climb. And there's our unfortunate tire tracks that did not make it very far. All right, let's see how we can do with this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. It's freaking muddy. I'm in low, and it's still, like, it's still sketched about it. Like, it's still not too sure about what we're doing here. It's really not. I mean, look at the rest of the trail we have to go up. I mean, in real life, this would be an insane climbing scenario. Especially if it was this muddy and loose. Like, holy cow. Come on, find some kind of a line that works. Yo, she might be stuck. Like, she might be actually legitimately stuck. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Send it. Come on. It's moving. Maybe low plus isn't the place to be. Maybe we should have been in low. I mean, we're making very slight progress. The camera doesn't like this hill, so I'm kind of having to use first-person view a little bit more than I'm used to, but that's fine. Although, an end is in sight. Should we pull it? Just a little bit? There we go, just a slight pull. Very slight pull. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Yo, you can do it! Bro, that hill climb was sick. That hill climb was awesome. I absolutely loved that. I cannot believe that I haven't spent more time using that muddy hill climb, because that's like... that's next level fun. I mean, it's fun, it's like engaging, and there's actually, it looks like on the map, looks like there's a little bit of a loop around that you can use to get right back to where we started before. And that's actually really good, because that means that we can take on a different set of hills without going, you know, back the way we came. Oh yeah, this was that super steep switchback that I was nervous to go up in the F450. That's the one. That's the, oh god. Okay, I was like, whoa, where are you going, bro? All right. Now, there is a little bit of an ATV racetrack style, you know, kind of format right here. And I wonder, so how would we lap this? I guess we would sort of just do something like that? Maybe, sort of, kind of. I mean, I guess you could technically use the entire thing, but like, I want to be able to run laps on it, you know what I mean? There's also a super deep mud trail over here, but I tell you what, let's see if we can figure out a decent layout for this as a track. Now, I'm sure that there is a correct way and an incorrect way to do this, and I'm probably doing it the incorrect way, but you know what? Whoa! Already sketch. All right, diving in. Thing does handle really, really well. You just have to kind of watch out for the fact that the wheelbase is extremely short, and it can get a little bit snappy if you're not prepared for it. It's a fun track, though. Here we go. Not gonna go back out to the parking area, and instead I'm gonna run. Yo, this is so fun! Look at that! I can't believe I've never actually brought this four-wheeler out here, like, to actually run it on the little ATV track. Now, get back on the dang track, bud. I'll tell you what. Oh, I see. Okay, so it does just wind back into itself. I love that. That's so freaking cool. If you wanted to do, like, a realistic, you know, like, ATV run where you, like, you and your friends brought your ATVs out somewhere and just hung out and had a good time, bro, that would definitely be the place to do it. That would absolutely be the place to do it. It'd be, you know, actually one of the many amazing places to do it on this map. Bro, let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have any ideas for realistic adventures on this map or any other maps that we can mess around with, because I'm really enjoying doing these realistic roleplay adventures. I find them to be a lot of fun. So, hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.